We're joined by Liam any second. The sponsors are pinned in the comment section to the top. And thanks to those people who've been watching Porky's International on YouTube. Here's Liam. Women love him, men want to be him. Who's that on your thumbnail there? John Coffey.
Yeah, of course. Having a knee, taking a knee again.
Taking a knee. It's all that cornbread that he eats.
Possibly.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm alright, pal. You?
All right, straight into business then. No messing about. Uh, Eubank Ben, promoted by Ben Shalom on Boxer, but apparently it's going to be on DAZN and not BBC. So he's a bit of a double dipper, isn't he?
Oh no, another bite at cherry for Shalom. Get a few more million out of the job.
I thought he were finished. No wonder Eddie Hills, the Iceman, and Bricktop are hammering him lately. Looks like he's Turkey's blue-eyed boy because there's no way Eddie Hills would have had Mikey Talon on that show, in my opinion. So I'm starting to wonder if the powers that be slipped Mikey on there. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, definitely. It looks like a little decent show as well, though, doesn't it?
Listen,
That's
looking at
building.
it, it's a good show. And do you know what? That young kid, Adrian Mole, he's got It's Big Freeze and TKV on free to air. So he's
Good fight.
coming good in it, it looks in it.
Yeah, I think this 4 date deal with BBC. I think that's just a trial. They'll see first one or two shows and see how it pans out. And if it's good, I think they'll chuck more at him.
Did I ever tell you the BBC story when I worked for Big Ron?
No, I don't think so.
I worked for Big Ron and I was sat there in the office. This is a true story. I'm not blowing my own trumpet. And I was thinking to myself, Dennis was the last guy. I was trying to think outside the box because Dennis always used to say, try and think outside the box. Get me some ticket sellers. He used to say, and I would say, all right. So I was thinking outside the box. And I thought to myself, I sat there, fat as a pig I was. I remember eating a big sandwich in that office. And I thought, Dennis had Clinton Woods on last show on BBC. So I got my cousin to draft me something together. She's very bright, my cousin Tony. We got something drafted together and I sent an email. And it was a guy called Richard Armstrong. I don't know if he's still there now. And I got Dennis a seat there. We're going back a long time here. I would probably about 2016-ish. And Dennis, we went to, it were one BBC at London, it were, which shocked me. It were Salford Quays in Manchester. So we
Yeah,
went through and they were talking BBC iPlayer and all that. But all they wanted to talk about were Joshua and numbers. And where it were no good for Dennis was, you said, who have you got in your stable? Very simple question. But these were like young guys, young numbers men. They weren't old timers who Dennis and Frank Maloney were dealing with back in the day. Ask Chris Smedley, he'll tell you about this story. It's a true story. So we sat there. All they wanted to talk about was Joshua, but when it come to Dennis's stable, he didn't have anybody, didn't he? He had Liam Cameron, Sheedy, Tommy Frank, all like there were no big superstars there. But how Dennis got around it, he said, "Oh, I can work with this person, I can work with that person." And I just always got that feeling that they wanted like a big star, and they were fishing. They weren't really that interested in. And if they were going to put it on, they weren't going to pay for production, and it were going to be performance related and all that. And it's took them nearly 10 years on it to actually do something. 10 years
yeah,
talking about it, and 21, 22 years since Dennis put the last show on there. But that's a true story. That, and I was Dennis's little pet then. One of a right little trier, one of a. It's an hard thing to get something over the line. But I remember sat there and we were talking with these BBC executives and me and Big Ron there in our suits. And I just Dennis said, just sit there and be quiet. And I was listening to Dennis talking to him, right? And he was talking about, oh, blah, 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 Clinton, Davy Day, Jamie McDonald, all world champions that he'd worked with, and all Ricky Hatton, blah, blah, blah. Telling him, he was giving it the full Big Ron speech. And it just never came off. And then he started telling them a story about this greyhound that he'd bought off Terry Curran for a pickup. He sold this pickup, or he'd done a deal for this greyhound with Terry Curran, ex-chef Wednesday Chef United footballer.
Yeah.
Saturday, this is a true story. You can ask Chris Smedley about this. It's a famous tale. And in middle of the story, I said, anyway, let's get back to the business at hand, because I were more or less running show with all statistics, and he'd give me a kick under the table, just like he did at that IBF thing. That's Dennis's move, isn't it? A little boot under the table. Do you know what I mean? And we got outside. He goes, what were all that about? I goes, well, you were killing it, weren't you, with your Terry Curran Greyhound story, Dennis? He goes, no, I'm just moving in for kill. I'll never forget on train back to Sheffield, I was pissing my pants, but he pulled it off. And Dennis is a trier, and he's a winner. But if you want to get on in boxing, you've got to have a stable, Liam, haven't you? And Ben Shalom's got a stable that's better than Dennis's, hasn't he? So that's probably why they've given him a chance. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and not only that, but the looks of it, they've stayed quite loyal to Ben Shalom, such as your Adam Azim and Big Freeze and that. They've stayed with him, haven't they?
Listen, you've got to tip your hat off to him, because that shower of shit down there at Essex and the other lot at Islington. Listen, let me tell you this. They'd stab him in back as look at him, because they don't respect him. Because he's
Yeah.
from Doe, innit? And he's snuck in through back door after an handful of shows. Do you know what I mean? Kind of thing. And I can see where they're coming from. And he's been whipping boy now for 5 years, hasn't he?
Yeah, to be honest with you, he's got personality as a chuffing, as a wet wipe, but you got to take your hat off to him, haven't you? He's stuck at it, hasn't he?
Of course you have, yeah. But he's a trier, but I think he's weak. But we're going to see, because he's been kicked from pillar to post. He's been bogged down. I've heard some stories today. I can't repeat who told me, but I've heard some stories today about some of the legal issues he's had with that shower. Bricktop and Hills, and
Yeah.
threats and blah de blah, and people blocking him and stuff behind the scenes. But he's still trooping on. So do you know what? I'm Team Ben Shalom now.
Yeah, I never thought I'd hear you say that.
Well, he's got free to air on BBC. He's got BBC dates. It might be a trial period, but he's got free to air boxing on TV, and he's been up against it. He's like a tadpole, isn't he? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In a river, in a sea full of sharks.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah, I
it,
agree.
there might be a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, and hopefully now at Sky they might give Johnny Horsecock some dates and let him do it, because shouldn't you promote from within, like the Liverpool boot room back in the day, from Shankly, Paisley, Joe Fagan, Dalglish, Souness, all that lot? Shouldn't you promote from your own? So I'd like to see Johnny Horsecock get dates at Sky, because he knows the mechanisms of it all, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think there's something fishy going off with Johnny. So I don't know why he hasn't been offered it already. I don't know if he knows too much, or knows something that we don't. And
Well,
that's
what
why
I
he's not
want to
taking a
know is
job.
this. Why is Johnny still at Sky? They've got to be giving it. He's got to be stepping up to the big position. He's been there long enough. He's part at fixtures and fittings, isn't he, Johnny? Now.
I know, but they're not showing any boxing, but yet he's still got a job. So why? What does he know? What has he got over somebody to stay on payroll at the minute, even though there's no boxing on?
Well, maybe they might not get rid of him in case he goes all woke on them. You don't know, do you?
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. I think there's something more to that situation than what we know.
Well, either give him the job or send him packing if they're not going to put any boxing. And what they're going to do, international ones where they sat in the studio like Ed Robinson used to do, where they'd have somebody like Clinton Woods on back in the day. But they won't even do that now, because when Clinton were on there a bit back, they asked his opinion and they gave him it, and they didn't like it. Oh, you can't say that. And he said, well, I'm here as a world champion boxer to give me opinion. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, I don't know. But if they're going to give Johnny that Super Beans job, give him it, because they're not going to give it Super Bean. 29 year at Sky. He's come away from Sky to battle cancer, apparently. Well, he's beat it, so why is he not back at Sky? Oh, and if they can't have him back, why are they not giving him his flowers and doing a Super Bean documentary about how he is Superman?
I know. Well, it's funny that I'm just listening to him now because he's in Sheffield doing that GBM show.
Oh, for Izzy. Oh, God.
Yeah, it's just done now. Yeah.
It's actually all right. Is he? I've had a night with him at Big Ron. He's all right.
I I remember boxing on a card at Woodseats, and he were headlining Hizzy as an amateur,
Cruiserweight.
and he got beat, and all crowd kicked off. There were a massive scrap at Woodseats Working Men's Club. He'll remember that if you ask him.
Yeah. He's not bad. I remember a story doing rounds where Flex told him, you couldn't make a comeback. And he says, I'll take you outside, you Flex. Yeah. So he can have a do, is he? He's all right. But they're doing a Daz. Is it DAZN that tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, it's on now. It's
Yeah.
that it's that Helliwell, from Doncaster. Uh, she's boxing Ticey Gallagher, is it at the minute?
Yeah.
For British women's world title, British women's title. Sorry.
British women's title. I didn't even think they wanted a British women's title.
Yeah, it got invented about 6 months ago, I think.
Did it? Oh my God. Oh my God. What do you think to Crusher and Eubank now and all this about legal stuff and all that? And because Eddie's never sued anybody in his life in High Court, has he? He didn't sue Jake Paul, does he? Did he?
No, I've watched that press conference twice, and I don't think there's anything that you can sue him on, really.
No.
Robert Smith might be able to get a few lawyers involved about being called a scumbag and that, but other than that, I don't really know what they could sue him on. But he's right what he's saying, Eubank. Where is that money going? Where is that fine money going?
Well, that's all we want to know, mate. Where's it going?
Flex said if you go on Company House, it tells you everything where all the money's going, but it doesn't. I checked earlier, and it
No,
doesn't.
listen, Rico was start at Channel with.
Yeah.
A bit back, Rico had it's a PDF it covers. I'm not into all that, but let me tell you this. Rico sent me it, and they'd had nearly £1 million in 1 year down as expenses. So they had a good do, didn't they, that year, didn't they? All flying about. Charlie Giles and
Oh
the
yeah.
rest of them. Isn't that right, Charlie? If you want to sue me, very simple. The email's on the front here, porkycorner@mail.com. Pop, pop, bang.
Well, how much did they have out of Eubank last time? 100 grand, weren't it? And then what else? There were
Billy
all sorts
Joe's
going off,
given
weren't they?
nearly 200 in fines, hasn't he, of it years?
Yeah. But where's it gone? It's not in boxers' pensions, is it?
No. You got 12 fights on there tonight, is he? But if you look at it, right, there's 12 fights on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of them are ranked over 1,000. It's scraping barrel, isn't it?
Oh yeah. As a
Absolutely.
show, it's. I mean, Shaquille Thompson, he's took a step backwards from his last two fights to
Yeah.
box on here tonight.
Fighting Grant Dennis ranked 838 and he's ranked 27. That's a gimme
Ju-
fight if ever I've seen one, isn't it?
We just beat him. We just stopped him in 2 rounds.
Yeah. Gra-
Yeah,
Greatest Grouse is fighting.
yeah. I don't think he's been on yet though.
Yeah.
I'm only watching this until DeGale does his bare knuckle debut. I reckon he's going to get iced in about 30 seconds.
Eddie Hardy's on there. I've interviewed him on channel.
I think he's just boxed. I think.
Yeah, he's all right. He was a nice kid. He's from Woodlands, him.
Is he the farmer? The farmer boy, is it?
Yeah. His dad's got a pig farm, hasn't he? Woodlands.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
He's all right, Eddie. He's all right.
Yeah.
I interviewed him at Mick Wales' amateur show at that gym at Mexborough that used to be Fruities.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
So,
remember that. But I think small hall shows now are absolutely shocking.
well, I pointed it out with Mark Bates and the scraping barrel, mate. The cupboards are bare, and them that have got undefeated records, they don't want to take a risk because they're all waiting for Turkey to phone. Like they all think it's going to be a Josh Padley job, don't they?
Yeah, they've got no that were a 1 in a million opportunity for Padley.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen again. Not for these small show kind. They've got no experience, have they? They fight 10 journeymen, then they get beat in a 50-50 fight, and then that's it. The careers are over. So I'm not getting behind prospects anymore until they have proper tests. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Till they've been in a firefight. Do you know what fight I
Yeah.
want to see?
What's that?
MC Whale against Joe Hayden.
Maybe a good fight, that, yeah.
14-0 against 19-0. Two prospects going at it. Why not? You can always bring them back. Look at Clinton when he lost against Dave Starry. Dennis brought him back. They went British Commonwealth European, beat Crawford Ashley, didn't they? And then fought Roy
Yeah,
Jones. That's how easy it can turn. You can always be brought back. But I think nowadays the mindset is if they lose, they think they're not going to get brought back.
yeah, but the young lad. That's what I mean. That's the problem with boxing. The young lads, one or two losses don't mean anything really, does it? I know it don't look good on BoxRec, but BoxRec's for casuals or for just doing a little bit of research. But a loss at 24, 25 years old is nothing, is it really?
No, is it, heck, mate? It's nothing at all.
It's coming
But
up to. I spoke to Dave the other day. He's going to bring Joe up for sparring with Quinn after the fight in October.
yeah.
No, that'd be good sparring. That.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about it. Quinn's all right, and he's doing well, isn't he?
Yeah, he's off at a minute. He's not too well. Uh, but yeah, he's a good kid. They've got some really good lads down there. Really good lads.
Yeah, he's doing well, Chris, isn't he?
He knows what he's doing, Chris. He
Yeah.
knows what he's doing. Definitely. Proofs it
Getting
pudding.
back. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Getting back to Crusher, he's
Yeah.
ranked
Sorry.
number 4 with WBC at welterweight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not fought for 3.5 years at welterweight, which Juggy mentioned. Juggy Oliver mentioned on Talksport. Well, you're about 6 months too late, Juggy. You know, they must think we don't look at rankings. He's not fought for 3.5 years, Crusher at welterweight. So why is he ranked back WBC at number 4? Why not just take him out rankings? He's had 2 fights at 154 since then, and he's having his second one at 160 in November. So why would they even bounce him back down to welterweight? A weight that he's fought at it'll be 4 years by the time he fights at welterweight, if he does fight that Crocker. Do you know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think
That's
that's dangerous,
that's
mate.
what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. That though, I can see it plan already.
Can you?
He's going to get beat against Eubanks. I think Eubank now has gone back with Bomac. I think he's going to do everything properly. I know he's another 6 months old or whatever, but I just genuinely think he's too big. Dehydrated or not, he's too big.
They've only got to get the
Uh,
weight right, mate. That's all they've got to get, the weight right, and Eubank will mow over him. They'll try and create a bit of controversy, and they'll try and give a trilogy out of it because the pair of them can't go anywhere. If Beefy Smith's stopping you, you're vulnerable, right? Because he's a
yeah,
Federer man. And as regards Crusher, he just wants to have a tear up. Listen, he's exciting, Crusher, and he says all right things, and he's playing the villain to a T, innit? On
yeah,
social
he is, yeah,
because that's all he can be now. He'll be forever known as a two-time drug cheat that didn't get punished and that nobody's allowed to talk about it. That's what he'll be known as. Just like Dylan White, he's a 4-time cheat, but he's only served punishment twice. He had two-year bans, hasn't he, Dylan White? No, he got a ban in K1, a 2 year in boxing, and then he's had two that nobody's allowed to talk about: Rivers fight and the Joshua fight that didn't happen. And he'll be one of them, Crusher. He'll be tainted forever, but he'll just say, "I got the bag, I got the money, I got in and got out, and blah de blah." Do you know what I mean? But whatever happened to legacy?
Well, it's funny that. Do you know in 10 years' time, I think, and you mentioned Conor Benn's name, do you think it's going to be the fights with Eubank Jr., or do you think it's going to be the drug test that gets brought up first? Because I think it's going to be a drug test.
Of course it will, mate. Listen, mate, he's a cheat. End
He
of.
deserves to lose.
He's a cheat, but he wants everybody to tune in to hope he loses, and then he'll just say, "I got paid. Jog on, I'm buying a new roller."
Yeah, well,
It'll be.
I know it's nice to have money in that, but it's also if you in 50 years' time when you're getting buried, you're at your funeral, you want to be known as a good bloke, don't you? Not just somebody who got paid.
Yeah,
In my opinion, anyway. I think being a good bloke means a lot more than having a big bank account.
of course it does, mate. Of course it does. But looking at the show, Eubank 35-3, Crusher 23-1. They were always gonna do it again. They've got nowhere to go. Adam Azine 13-0. He's fighting that Zawa Abdullah, whatever. That's not a bad fight, to be honest, but he should come through that, Adam Azine.
Yeah.
Sam Gilly 18-1 against Ismail Davis. Ismail Davis, he could count himself a bit unfortunate, but that's not a gimme fight for Sam Gilly.
No, I like him. I like Ismail Davis, me.
Yeah. Cattrall against Echo Kuzman. I could see Echo Kuzman turning him over. Can you?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I like Echo as well. His work rate and everything's brilliant, isn't it?
He could turn him over. Rockport, 18-1, going up against Tommy Welsh. That's a really good fight.
Fight at night, I think that.
Yeah, and you got Mikey Talon, a prospect 10-0, against a kid 4-2-2. That's just he's coming through in Mikey Talon. So the six fights that are on there, they're all right. That's all right. That show, and it's very rare. I give anybody the flowers me because I pick holes in everything. It's what I'm about. But no,
Yeah,
that is all right. There's no bullshit with this show here. It's a bang on show. So good luck to him. Good luck to him. But we know who's getting paid on night, don't we? The rest are just making the numbers up, aren't they? Really?
yeah, yeah. But when they're putting 50-50 fights on, it makes it a lot more enjoyable and enjoy. It's some old fights in the past, especially some at Joshua shows and stuff. They'd put absolute garbage on for the first 5 or 6 fight and then one decent fight.
Yeah, yeah.
And they don't seem to be doing that, do they, in Saudi?
No. Slow Tony's training Elmer Ford and John Coffey. Then do you think they'll be sparring?
But I won't like to think so, but probably.
Do you think Elmer's going to be hard to match for Slow Tony and Eddie Hills?
Oh, he's got to be matched up now against people ranked probably out at top 150, don't you think?
Yeah, they might dig Tom Dallas up for him. You never know, do you?
Possibly. I'm surprised. Don't be surprised if they don't get Big Max in with him.
Big Max with his big slabs of meat for feet. Hey, you won't put it past Max taking 10 bags to get in there with Elmer, would you?
No.
Hercules versus Elmer for all the pizzas in the world.
Tell you what, though, I think he looks beatable. Every time he's boxed, he looks beatable.
Oh, Elmer.
Yeah,
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
he looks so. He looks terrified. As soon as somebody puts it on him, he looks terrified.
His dad didn't look terrified in that video he's just put out, eating a big Sunday lunch the other day.
Oh, it's a disgrace.
I don't know. He had a polo neck t-shirt on. It fitted where it touched.
It's a disgrace, though. You can't be in one of you can't be involved in one of the hardest sports in the world where you have to be super fit. Otherwise, like you could end up on slab if you're not training hard. You can't be involved in boxing looking like that. I don't think.
Yeah. I haven't watched that Netflix thing, but I've heard little whispers here, there, and everywhere. They're saying that it's they're worth over $1 billion. How is that worth over $1 billion? Matchroom.
No, no, it's not. And they got loads of little private investors and all that kind of stuff going off.
Yeah. There's a story in Daily Mail here saying that Eddie's not wearing his wedding ring and all that. They're all about 3 years too late, aren't they, these journalists?
Yeah, he split up with his missus years ago, didn't he? In COVID, I think.
Well, they're saying he's still weird and that, but I've heard on grapevine it's just so his kids aren't upset. So I can understand that. But why not just come out and I don't listen. The way I look at it, this we Eddie Hills the Iceman at the moment with his love life. The sky's the limit. Pop, pop, bang on
Exactly.
that one, Eduardo.
Exactly. It's fell off, hasn't it? It fell off hills.
Oh God, we've got Horsecock calling him Eddie Hills in interviews now. I've been told.
I didn't know that. I'll have to listen to that.
Yeah, it's on that Coppers channel though, isn't it?
Oh, is it? That's
Well,
probably
they've
why I
got
ain't
to
heard it
keep
then.
them sweet, aren't they, for a free electric car? Him and Flex, aren't they? They've got to go on
Oh,
there
yeah.
every week and earn the corn,
Well, apparently they don't. BYD don't sponsor them anymore, do they?
don't they? Or has it all gone? Has it all gone the way of the pair?
Apparently so. Apparently the contract come to an end, but I'm not too sure about that.
South Yorkshire Police must have pulled plug on it then. Now they've got enough information because Fruit is doing a 10, isn't he?
I know, yeah.
They
Oh,
let
Fruity.
anybody in boxing, don't they?
Hey, if there's money or corruption to be involved, they're in.
Where did they come from anyway, Boxing King Media? They just turned up one day with 700,000 subs, didn't they?
Yeah, I know. It's a bizarre one.
Very bizarre, isn't it?
Look at all the work that I know we don't like Coogan that much, but he's put some grafting over the last 15 years and Ellisek back in and seconds out and all that. Like you say, BKM turned up, 1 million subscribers in the first 6 months or whatever. It's a little bit bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, when they're averaging 27K a video. Where's other million plus then? Where are they? Do they exist?
They must be going around all ex-cons and saying, look, if you subscribe to my channel, I'll not nick you for it in future.
Listen, if they were that big, mate, they're bigger than Jonathan Ross. They'd have their own chat shows. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? They're pissing up my leg. It's all wet. Pop, pop, poppity pop. Have we seen John Fury lately?
No, I don't think so.
He's MIA, missing in action. Eh?
That's not a bad thing, is it?
He'll be back soon. He'll be
He'll
back.
be he'll be next time Tommy's got a sob story to say. He'll be about, won't he?
Listen. Oh, Tommy the triathlete.
Yeah,
I'll
forgot
roll
about that.
him out. And then the North Run the next day. He's fitter than a butcher's dog, isn't he?
Oh, here's when he's getting a lift 6 mile in car.
He looked like he'd shit his pants when he was running over that line, didn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, old Tommy Fumbles, do me a favour. But he's 10-0 as a pro, so he can't knock him. He beat Jake Paul, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I don't think he did, but yeah.
Well, at least Tommy can tell his grandkids in years to come, I beat Jake Paul and he beat Mike Tyson.
Yeah, oh, that's true. Legacy. He's got a
Well,
better legacy than Conor Benn at the minute.
he has, hasn't he, old Tommy? Hey, you'd like to see Tommy and Crusher get at it, wouldn't you?
I'd put money on Crusher though, that's problem.
Well, with Tank Davis, a 9 stone 9 man, going up against a 14 stone 4 man, anything is possible. It's a free for all.
Yeah, that's disgusting, that, I think.
It's an
They're
exhibit.
fighting in 12-ounce gloves as well, aren't they?
Yeah, it's an exhibit. What are they going to do? 2 minute rounds? Oh my
No,
God. I might as
it's
well get
10
rid of
threes.
myself.
I think it's 10 threes.
10 for a 10 free. Oh my. What's Tank going to do? Carry him and then take a loss for millions like Mike Tyson?
Possibly.
Is that what
He
we've
don't
got
like
him cashing
boxing.
out?
Tang don't like boxing, does he?
Is that what we've got them cashing out, Liam, now? Cashing themselves out to Jake Paul? Hey.
I think so. Tank put a tweet out, I don't know if it was yesterday, saying FUCK boxing. So I think he's going to take a loss. What will he get for that?
He'll be
7-8 million, you reckon?
probably a bit more. Might get a bit more than that with Jake Paul because he does massive numbers, doesn't he? But my argument with it all is this, Liam, right? Do we all remember when Jug Ears put Joe Weller on against, were it KSI?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And they were all saying, and Eddie was slagging it, then he jumped on board. They were all saying, oh, don't worry. These boxing fans that are paying for these shows on telly and turning up, they're all going to trickle into boxing. They're going to start at small hall and boxing's going to but be shows are going to be chock a block. It didn't happen, did it? They filled the boots and stuck their fingers up and gave us lip service. Isn't that right, Jug Ears? You little licker, you rimmer.
Yeah, he brought it all in. I mean, fair play to KSI and that. He has built a brand, hasn't it? And I think people realise now that this Misfits isn't boxing. It's just an entertainment. But such as Jake Paul, he genuinely believes that he's a top prospect, doesn't he?
Well, that's only because people are blowing smoke up his arsehole. Have you seen him? He looks like Desperate Dan's love child. He's got a big
Yeah.
beard to cover that chin up, big ginger beard, right? He's going bald. He's in his 20s. He's covered in jailhouse tats. He's never done a day in jail in his life. He'd get greased if he were in jail, him.
Him and Fruity sharing bunk bed.
Fruity. Fruity. Hey, I will look in somebody sent me some earlier. All sentencing guidelines that change, it's up to judge's discretion now. And judge has basically said Fruity's got to do 4 off that. So he's had a touch there, hasn't he, really?
Well, what, 20 years of crime and money for 4 years?
Well, Fruity will be marking calendar days off now. Hey,
Well, it's not really a punishment, though, is it?
he's not going to misbehaving there like me and do it on basic regime, though, is he? He's going to
No,
be
I don't think so.
a telly in his pad in Loudon with a shower and a kettle in it, and gym every day and not phone to their last. They've got phones on wall in cells there, so it's all nice and cush in it. Do you know what I mean? There's sometimes
Yeah.
a shower in there because it's a good laugh jail. You know, it is a good laugh, man. If you meet the right people in there, you can have a right laugh, mate. You just got to make it funny. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I listened to another YouTuber who's been in and out of jail all his life, and he said you can make it as comfortable as you want, really, or as
Yeah.
good as you want.
Yeah, mate, they've got PlayStations and a lot in there now, mate. It's like an home from home.
Yeah. I know. And there's no council tax to pay when you're in there. You don't have to put bins out in the morning, do you?
Tell me about that. Oof, tell me about that, mate. What about Derek Warchizora? He's saying it's his last fight, but he's been saying that for the last 12.
I thought he was never boxing in UK again, and he's announced that he's boxing in Manchester.
I don't know. But what I want to know is this. Joshua's been hard at ring over a year, Liam, right? He's got no lined up, and they're saying he's going to have a warm-up fight out at UK. Is he serving a silent? That's what I want to know from Edward Hills.
Uh, Possibly. You see, I don't know how much you can really say on Joshua, but I've heard on Grapevine years ago that he gets low test, no TRT therapy.
Therapeutic
Uh,
exemption certificate. That's the rumour that's doing the rounds, allegedly, isn't it?
yeah, but for testosterone and all sorts of substances. So you don't know. He might have picked up a dodgy batch or something like that.
A simple one here for you, Liam, is this. Go and look how much he weighed when he won gold medal. Then he didn't. Then he turned pro a year later, and put about 3 stone on, didn't he? Dorian Yates couldn't do that in his prime in a year.
Yeah, same. That's exactly the same as Mike Tyson when he come out of prison. I think he put about 3 stone after leaving in prison.
Yeah. So it
So
is
yeah,
what
there's
it is.
definitely something going off.
They think we're cabbages, don't they, mate?
Well, they treat us like mushrooms, keep us in dark and feed us bullshit.
Yeah, that's the Dennis saying that.
Oh
That and too many cooks spoil the broth. So what's his other?
yeah.
Oh, oh, so and so. Yeah, that's another monster I've created. Oh, he says that about me though. No, I created a little monster with porky roast. Okie dokie then, mate, Liam. Well, listen, it's been nice to have a quick catch up. It's a Saturday night. I'll let you get off and see your family. Okie dokie, mate. Listen, you take care.
Yeah. All right, pal. Have a good
Cheers,
one.
Liam.
See you later, pal. Bye. Bye.
Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Right, I'm going to get this lasagna down me now and this glass of rosé. Go on, pop, pop, bang. Don't forget to check the link pinned in the comments section. Go and have a little nosy at my sponsors. Remember, health is wealth. Go and treat yourself. Booyaka. Max, I'm not even talking to you till you get under 26 stone. Pop, pop, bang.